been a sinner, and for that I am ashamed. But I heard that you listen, so I'm giving you my plea. I'm too unworthy, Lord, to come to you. Would you please come down to me? I know that there are others who could offer more than I promise you I'd understand if for me you had no time. I think I just hit bottom, and I'm looking up to see. I'm too unworthy, Lord, to come to you. Would you please come down to me? I guess I must be reaping from the bitter seeds I've sown. Oh Lord, you owe me nothing. We haven't spoken for so long. But if you can spare some mercy, oh Lord, I pledge my life to thee. I'm too unworthy, Lord, to come to you. Would you please come down to me? I know that there are others who could offer more than I promise you I'd understand if for me you had no time. I think I just hit bottom, and I'm looking up to see. I'm too unworthy, Lord, to come to you. Would you please come down to me? Oh, I think I just hit bottom, and I'm looking up to see. I'm too unworthy, Lord, to come to you. Would you please come down to me? Come down to me.
I want my gentlemen, my brethren, to come on down to one I've asked to be in our program this morning. Just come on down and come up to the choir. These are some of the best, good-looking men of the church. I didn't say the best, I said some of the best. I told you I was going to have something different this year, and it's altogether different. And what these fellas got to say about the preacher, I don't know. I ain't got nothing to do with that. I want to know that up front, Brother David. But they'll say something good about it. I had one or two say, boy, you know, I don't know. I said, oh yeah, you can think. You can think of something to say about it. But this is their special day, and got a good program lined up this morning. Also tonight, we're gonna have our ladies tonight. Might say ladies supposed to be first, but you know, I had to do it this way on account of the way some of our folks come to church. But anyway, they're gonna do a good job, and I know you'll enjoy it. I'm gonna ask Brother Ronnie if he'll come quick.
I'm not much of a public speaker, but I'm honored to come and say a few words about our pastor and his wife this morning. Now, he told me I could say what I wanted to. You blame it on him. But I've known him just about all my life. And we played together. I guess we probably fought together. We fought, I know several times we fought for each other. But I'm glad to say that he's always been a good guy. And then when he turned his life over to the Lord and started preaching the gospel, and he just preaches the word. And his helpmate right there beside him, she's been with him through it all. And I just want to say I love and appreciate you both. And any way I can ever do anything, all you got to do is ask. God bless you.
I got the preacher to shake my hand before I come up here because I said he might not shake it after I get through. But I had to get my glasses like he says, you know, he wore his, I got to wear mine, and, you know, Tina needs them, but she won't wear them. She's getting to that age too. And I just, you know, I made some few notes because I was asked to speak on Thanksgiving, and I didn't make notes. I thought I could do it by memory, and my wife kept telling me you need to make notes and all. So, like any good husband, I did what my wife said. I made a few notes. Like Brother Abel said, you know, it is an honor and privilege to be up here to be able to say a few words about your preacher. And when Brother Milton asked me about speaking, I said, does it all have to be good? And I think I stumped him because he was just, well, you just need to speak. You know, and I got to thinking of stuff like, you know, I mean, preacher pulls for Carolina Gamecocks. You know, he likes wrestling. Preacher, I hate to break your heart, but you know that's fake. You know, drives Dodge trucks. And we know that he likes Hawk Law and George Sink as much as he talks about them up here. And things like that, but I did remember one thing, that God said there was only one perfect man. But Preacher Lawless is pretty close. You know, and with all that being said, you know, there's a lot of things that all of us, and especially me, that love and admire Preacher Lawless. You know, my family, Tammy and I were looking for a home. We spent 20 plus years down at Hodges Church of God with Preacher Caldwell, and, you know, I never thought there would be another pastor that I felt like that I could, you know, have faith in like I did him. But it didn't take but one or two sermons I realized that Preacher Lawless is just as good as Preacher Caldwell, or maybe, you know, I hate to say this, Preacher Caldwell maybe a little better. But I got as much faith in him as I do you. And, you know, and everybody that welcomed us in the church, and it all came from Preacher Lawless's leadership and just the way he is, because he lets everybody know that you're more than welcome in this church. When you come in here, you're a family, and you feel like a family. And I want to say a couple of things, the good things that I love and appreciate about Pastor Lawless here. But you know, I could sit up here and talk all day, and we would be eating supper tonight instead of lunch here in about an hour or so. But I do want to say some things and all. You know, when you join a church or when you come to church, that you have to have faith and assurance that the pastor is a godly man, and he's somebody that you can count on and is always listening, and you know, and what you have to say, he cares about you. And when you listen to what he has to say, if you don't believe in him, then you know you shouldn't be here. You should have faith in your pastor. And Preacher Lawless, if you see him, you know, he doesn't only talk the talk, but he walks the walk. He does not, you know, he doesn't put on an act. He is who he is. And when you speak with him, you know the Lord comes first, and he is, you know, all godly, and I have all the faith in the world. You know, and one of the things I like about him, he's not afraid to preach on the unpopular topics. You know, a lot of preachers want to go what going on in the community. They want to, as they say, politically correct. You know, and that's one thing that I love and admire about Pastor Lawless, that he's not always worried about what somebody might think or whatever. You know, and you say, well, does he want to offend somebody? I don't want to say offend, but a lot of times if he's preaching and it doesn't hit you the right way, he's probably stepping on your toes. And, you know, I know that he preaches from the Bible and what God's Word says, and you know, we don't have to worry about that. And, you know, I feel like that, you know, you can't stand up here and say anything without saying something about Sister Edna. You know, if it wasn't for her, he wouldn't be the man he is. He may think he is, but I know he's not. I mean, you know, we don't, us men don't like to admit it, but we are. You know, our wives are what makes us. They stand beside us.
Amen.
And I know that she's there with him, and she is every much as godly as he is. And we do that. And I was looking on the internet a little bit and trying to find a poem or something to say, and I found a poem called The Pastor's Heart. And it may, you know, they use pastor as an acronym, but I'm going to try to read it here and y'all listen up. A pastor's heart is protective and guards his flock from Satan's snares. A pastor's heart is attentive and seems to know his people's cares. A pastor's heart is sacrificial and for his sheep will give it all. A pastor's heart is tender and listens to the Spirit's call. A pastor's heart is obedient and heeds the master's commands. A pastor's heart is reflective and consider he is but a man. So I thought that was very fitting for him. And in closing, I don't know that we realize how much Preacher Lawless puts into the sermons every day and every week, and he has to, you know, prepare for and all. But I think that we should keep them in it. You know, we should pray for he and Sister Edna every day. And, you know, and when you see them, you should let them know how much you love them and how much you appreciate them. Because I can tell you, Pastor Lawless, Sister Lawless, I love y'all. I know my family loves y'all, and we appreciate everything you do for us.
Good morning, everybody. Different view up here, preacher. But I just want to say I'm honored to be able to come up here and have been asked to speak about our pastor and his wife and the church in general. It's been a pleasure attending church here. My family and I have been coming here, I guess, about 11 years now. And can't think anywhere else I'd want to be or have any other man lead the church than who we have here. I feel like we're very blessed to have Preacher Lawless and his wife, because I feel they work as a team. I know there's a lot of things that goes on in the background that we don't really take into consideration. I know we see him up here on Sunday morning preaching the word, but there's a lot of other things that he does when he's not up here that affects the church with visitations. I'm sure there's a lot of counseling goes on, a lot of things that we don't understand. There's a lot of quiet time, I'm sure, that he has praying for our needs as well as his, and I just hope that we in turn make sure that we pray for his needs also. You know, preachers like the rest of us, none of us are perfect, and I feel like you know, he needs our support as well as we need his. And I can honestly say I could call on him, and I know he'd be there for me, and without a doubt. He and I, we talk a lot about a lot of things, and you know, like Brother Lonnie was saying, you know, his love for wrestling and some different things. We talk about farming, we talk about houses and whatnot, but we've always had some good conversations, and not only as a pastor, but I think of him as a friend, and him and Sister Lawless have always welcomed us here, made us feel like family. One thing I like about this church and organization is everybody's treated the same. Whether you walk in the door in a $400 suit or you come in here in t-shirt and blue jeans, you're part of the family. It's not what you got on your back, but what you got in your heart. You know, my family, we, like I say, been coming here about 11 years. You have to excuse me. kind of like the pastor, I get a little emotional. But, you know, I was thinking about on the way out the house this morning. As soon as you pull out of our driveway, if you look straight ahead about 4/10 of a mile, there's a church set up on the hill. But we wind up driving about 20-25 minutes to get here. And I can tell what this church has done in my life. Not to mention how I've seen it work in the lives of my wife and my son, the development that they've made. And I just, want to thank Pastor Wallace for that. I think he's put together a good team here. I also like to give a little credit to, our Sunday school teachers, our backup preachers, and to Sister Lois also, because I know she's a big part in this organization. The support that she's given him, to stand by him, to be with him, and just to make this whole thing work as a team. I think he's been very blessed himself. God has given him some great talents. His singing ability, the music here is something that's, really drawn me here. And also, those kind of things I think help a person develop as a Christian. Sometimes you might not can remember a particular Bible verse, but you'll remember that song. It'll stick in your head, and it'll go on with you through the day. But I just want to say we're thankful to have them here. I love them, and I appreciate them, and I just want them to know that.
Another Pastor Appreciation Day. This is one of two of his favorite days a year, and the other one's homecoming, because he knows he's going to get plenty to eat, especially that fried chicken, right? But the pastor, he's there for you when you need him. I know last fall, my little problem I had, and I was in the hospital for a couple of weeks. He was there to visit me. If he wasn't there, he was calling and checking on me to see how I was doing. And a lot of prayers that he put up for me, that I'm still here, by the grace of God. He preaches the Bible. He'll step on your toes, but that's what he's here for. To deliver the Word of God to you so that you'll understand and grow in God and grow with Him. Pastor and I, we visited this church, and we didn't come back after one visit. But then we went to another church and stayed there for a year or so. And we finally decided that we needed to come to Dobbins Church of God. And we've been here ever since. And it's because of the pastor's preaching, this wonderful singing we have. There's not too many churches that can compare with this church here. I know Sister Edna, she stands beside him in whatever he does. I know they've been through some trying times. We all go through trying times. But with the grace of God, we endure. We go through our sufferings. We pray every day that we'll be here much longer. And we pray for Pastor that he's going to have a long and enduring time on the face of this earth. And he's going to be our pastor for a lot more, many years to come. We love you, Pastor Wallace.
good job. Done an outstanding job. They said a lot of good things about you, preacher. Brother James Ray, I call him James Ray. You know, that's, to me, I've known him all my life, like a lot of you. But he's one of the best preachers that we've ever had in the Dallas Church of God that I can remember. We've had some good pastors over the years, good preachers. But he is our pastor now, he's our shepherd. And I tell you what, I've been working with this man ever since he's been here, and I have no problems whatsoever. We always talk about different things. We always talk about the betterment of the church. That's what it's all about. You don't want to talk, you know, about putting the church down. It's always about building the church up. And Brother Jagger and Sister Edna, they are responsible for a lot of you folks being here this morning. A lot of you. And I'm just saying from my part, you know, I love and appreciate both of them, and I know y'all feel the same way. Because I don't think we can find a better pastor and a companion, Sister Edna, nowhere in the state of South Carolina in the Church of God. We got one of the best churches that you go anywhere. Like some of these brethren said, you feel welcome when you walk in the door. That's where it's supposed to be. That's what church is all about. It's a saving place for people to come in and get right with God, serve the Lord, and be part of something. You know, you got something to be proud of if you're a member of the Dallas Church of God. If you're not a member of this church, talk to the preacher, and you probably could work that out. But, you know, whether you're a member or not, we're glad that you come and part of the church, and some of you support the church. You're not a member here, but I want you to know as a clerk of the church, I appreciate all that because, you know, it takes a lot to operate a church. This is like a business, like a commercial business. That's the way in church companies, everybody looks at it like it's a commercial business. It is a business. It's God's business. But we're very fortunate to have the people that we got in the Dallas Church of God and the way you support this church. I want to ask our pastor and Sister Daniel if they come and stand in front of the Bible stand. And just as soon as we get through doing what we're going to do, we're going out to the fellowship building, and everybody's going to, I want everybody to stay now. Now listen, if you didn't bring nothing, I said, well, I ain't bring nothing, so I don't want to stay there. That ain't no excuse. We got plenty of food for everybody, so, and we got Piggly Wiggly, chicken, and ham, because I think Keith just come in with us, so I know we got something. I guess that's what it had in them boxes. But I know you'll enjoy it. But at this time, I'm going to give them something from the church. This is from all of us. This is not for no one individual. We always give our pastor and his companion a love offering from the church every year. And when I do this, I need somebody to come up here and play us a little music. Jamie or somebody. Don't matter. Play us a little music, and I want everybody to come around this way. And when you get through, we already consider this a dismissal prayer. When we get through, welcome our pastor and whatever. You go out this door, you go out the front door, but stay with us. Enjoy it.